Are you searching for a great knot that's easy to tie? Well, in this video, I'll show you the improved clinch knot, the first fishing knot that I ever learned. Coming up. Hey, what's up guys? Derek here from the Bass Factory, bringing you the best tips and tools to help you become a better angler. If you're new here, you really should consider subscribing. So let's get into the improved clinch knot. This is a great knot to use, especially for beginners. Again, I first learned this knot down on the river, fishing for bluegill and crappie, and being in a brush pile, and then snap, I'd break off. And I had to learn to retie quickly to get back in there. And this was the knot that I was using for many years. I caught bass with this, multiple bass, big bass, and I never would break off, so I just kept using this knot. And then years ago, I learned the Palomar knot, and the Palomar knot and the improved clinch knot are two of the most used knots probably by most fishermen. And if you want to watch that video, stay to the end and you can click on that link to watch the Palomar knot. But let's get into the improved clinch knot and how it's tied. Okay, we've got our hook here, and we've got our line. Now what you want to start out by doing is going through the eyelet of the hook and give yourself about 10 inches. And what I like to do is I like to put my index finger around the top of the hook. And now I've got both lines around the sides of my fingers. So what you want to start out by doing is winding them together 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now what we've done that, we've made a loop around our finger and we've got our 6 windings. Now you want to take the end of the line and go through that loop where your finger is. And now what you've done is you've made another loop. So that upper loop, which is between your finger and the end of the windings, you want to take the end of the line and go through that loop. Alright, that is the knot. Now what you want to do is you want to wet your line, saliva or water, and you want to cinch it up tight. And you want to make sure this thing seats properly. It's seated properly, and you would just give it enough to where it pulls tight. And now you don't want to pull too tight and you don't want to pull too much, because you, especially with fluorocarbon, you can weaken that knot. Now we want to snip up our tag ends, but you don't want to do it microscopically where you can't even tell where the end of the knot was, way up here against the knot where the end of the line is. You want to give it a little bit of breathing room away from that knot. So you just snip that. And the reason for that is because if that knot still gives and it pulls out, the end of that line is going to pull into that knot, and then it's basically the same as breaking off. And then you've got a heartbreaker alert right there, and nobody deserves to have those. And nobody will ever forget them. And then you'll end up back on YouTube trying to learn how to tie a knot correctly. And I would advise retying this knot after 2 to 3 fish. That's typically what I do. And you want to check it for any nicks or burrs along it. And if you say you do find one, say we find one right here, you want to, and that's the highest up nick, you want to come up here and you want to cut that and then retie back to the hook. And say this is 10-pound line and you've got a little nick there. That nick may be compromised by 50%, which now makes this 5-pound line. So if you ever do get the chance of getting a 10-pounder on the end, that's not going to break. Hopefully you get a 10-pounder. But anyways, that is the improved clinch knot. And if there's any other fishing knots that you would like to learn, or any other uses of knots, let me know in the comment section. And if it was beneficial for you, or if you went out and caught fish, especially with this knot, let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to check out more Bass Factory videos, check them out here. And subscribe for more videos just like this one.